The boy only touched the sea water for a moment, when suddenly a colorful giant creature leapt out of the water. It was a magical seahorse. It turned out the boy and the mythical seahorse were old friends. This time they had come to ask the seahorse for help in rescuing someone. The seahorse swam at an incredible speed, and with its help the three of them soon reached the yacht. Quietly Percy and his friends boarded the yacht. Upon entering they discovered an ancient coffin hiding a huge conspiracy. Just then a muscular zombie walked in, seemingly noticing something. The three quickly ran to the outside of the cabin, but were spotted by a monster that blocked their way. The three of them froze in surprise, and just as they turned to run back they were stopped by the zombie. They were quickly captured and thrown into a confinement room. But this was no match for Percy, the son of Poseidon. With his eyes closed he concentrated and used his powerful will. The sea instantly rose in a massive wave crashing against the cruise ship. The blonde beauty took the opportunity to grab the backpack that had fallen. Percy then used the tape given to him by Moss, and stuck it around the prison bars. In an astonishing turn of events the bars were sliced open, allowing everyone to escape. However, as the three of them reached the deck they collided head-on with the enemy. A fierce battle was inevitable. Luckily Percy was skilled and easily knocked the enemies into the water, but more enemies kept appearing. Percy led them to the top of the ship to buy time for his teammates to steal a lifeboat. The enemies were helpless against Percy's quick moves. At that moment Luke appeared, and during their conversation Percy learned that his half-human half-goat brother wasn't on the ship. Meanwhile the teammates managed to steal the lifeboat, but just as the boy was installing the engine his hand slipped, and the engine fell into the sea. The enemies immediately took aim at him. In the nick of time Percy used his telekinesis to create a massive water barrier to protect his teammate. The woman remembered that there was a canister of nitrogen on the backpack, and with the help of the nitrogen the lifeboat shot forward at high speed. Percy took the chance to jump off the yacht, using the sea's power like a skateboard to glide away, but to his surprise Luke followed him. It turned out they were half-brothers sharing the same powers as Percy. Seeing that Luke was about to catch up, Percy raised his hand and sent Luke flying, so the three of them sped off in the nitrogen-powered lifeboat. However, due to the medicine wearing off, the boy turned back into his cyclopean form. He laughed at the girl, but she told him he needed to touch up his makeup. It was then that he realized his true form had been revealed. He suddenly felt a wave of insecurity and frustration. Just as the others were comforting him the sky suddenly darkened, and the nitrogen canister slipped out of the boat. As they hesitated they thought they saw a shark swimming by. No, several sharks. But as they rowed desperately they noticed that the water was swirling around them, and in the center of the whirlpool were sharp serrated teeth.